Welcome to my channel. This is NICAinSRQ. I'm gonna be making a series of soups, and I'm gonna start with chicken tortilla soup. I watched so many videos, and oh my god, what a wonderful world of different recipes. I watched English and Spanish, a lot of different combinations, delicious recipes. So I decided I'm gonna make my own based on all the ones I watched and give it a twist of chipotle. So let's see how this soup comes about. So here are the ingredients. Here I have a couple chicken breasts cooked and pulled apart, tomato, onions, garlic, lime, black beans, corn, chicken stock, and chipotle. Okay guys, to start we're gonna put the tomatoes. I have like 4 tomatoes, and I have a half of another one there, and the garlic with it. Normally in other recipes I watched, they put some dried chilies in it, but I don't need to do that because I had chipotle and we're gonna be blending that with onions later on. So right now all we need to do is to put the tomatoes with the water, get it on the stove, and just boil until it softens up, the tomatoes and the skin and everything, and we're gonna be blending it.
Quick tip here, whenever I cook chicken, I always save the broth for other recipes. I let it cool off and put it in the fridge, and the fat will rise to the top and solidify. So what I'm gonna do to make it healthier is scrape off the fat. You know how the chicken broth kind of becomes gelatin, but the yellow stuff on the top that I'm scraping off is the excess fat of that broth. So all you have to do is scrape it off and discard it, and then you are gonna have a nice healthier broth ready for you.
Here is how the tomatoes look like. So it's pretty cooked, and we're gonna blend all of it with onions to give some flavor, and then we're gonna add it to the pot and build out the flavors of the recipe. Looks good. That garlic smells good. Okay guys, now carefully, the tomatoes are cooked. Carefully add them in the blender. This is my Vitamix, and I'm going to put all the tomatoes. We're gonna also use the juice of the tomato where they blended with, and very carefully add the other ingredients. So the one liquid is really hot, so be careful doing this. There you go, girl. And then we're gonna add the onions, and the chipotle. That is gonna give it this depth of flavor that, oh my goodness, I don't know, it is spicy too, so look how good that looks. So now you're gonna cover it, and we're gonna go ahead and blend it. Okay, so now that we have blended the tomatoes and garlic and all that, we're gonna add it to the pot. Be careful, this is hot. And we're gonna add the rest of the broth that we cooked the chicken breast with, right there. Lots of flavors, as well as the chicken broth that we had in the refrigerator. So it's a lot of flavor there. Add salt, pepper, some cumin, and stir it up. This is a pretty light taste. I mean, the flavor is basically in the tomatoes and garlic with the chipotle, and it tastes so good. I already tasted a little bit just to see, to rectify the flavors. Another thing that you're gonna need is tortillas. These are corn tortillas, and we're gonna make strips out of them. We're going to need from 4 to 5 tortillas. Cut them in long strips, then turn them around and cut the strips in half. Then with your fingertips, separate them and they should be ready to fry.
Prepare a pan with oil to fry your tortilla chips. They don't take time at all. You just have to flip them around a couple of times and then you will get golden, crispy tortilla strips for your soup. Watch this. Oh yes, perfect. My soup has been simmering and I added the beans and the corn, and now we're ready to serve a bowl to taste.
Okay guys, now here's the soup served and we're gonna be tasting it. So what we're gonna do is to put, some people put the chips on the bottom and then serve the soup. I like the chips, the tortilla chips on top. So I'm gonna do is put the tortilla chips as much as you want on top of the chicken, and then we're gonna put some of the avocado so you can see how yummy that looks, and we're gonna put some cilantro because we like cilantro, right? And to finish up, we're gonna put a dollop of sour cream. Wow, look how beautiful that looks. Oops. So we're gonna taste it. Okay, here we have the tasting sample, and it smells delicious. It looks fantabulous, and we're gonna try it. Big bite. It's pretty. The lime, the avocado, the tortilla chips, everything is very flavorful. It's not super thick, which is something that I really like because I'm like a more brothy soup person. This is really good. It has enough chicken, enough beans, enough corn. You add the avocado, the lime, the cilantro. The little crunch from the tortilla chips. I think you're gonna like it. Thank you for joining me to my channel, NICAinSRQ. Please like, share, make comments, and try the recipe.